What happens to the stock market if we have a partial government shutdown? Hello and welcome back. The short answer is this. Any equity impact from a shutdown tends to be mild and short-lived. Let's dig into the numbers. Firstly, it's virtually impossible for the entire federal government to shut down. It's never happened before. Many of you have asked about this. The big federal entitlement programs, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, are not subject to the annual appropriation vote. So they're basically on autopilot. So if you're receiving a Social Security check and we have a shutdown, you'll continue to get your check. Okay, let's look at the stock market's reaction to shutdowns. We looked at the last 50 years. There was 20 shutdowns that occurred in the past 50 years, and they've lasted anywhere from 2 to 35 days in length. The performance of the S&P 500 during the shutdown was anywhere from down 4% to up 10%. On average, though, basically flat. More importantly, the returns 12 months later have been positive 85% of the time, with an average gain of more than 12%. So I'm not terribly worried. Let me just say this, though. If I'm a government worker and I lose my job or I'm furloughed, that can be very stressful, especially if I have a family, and I want to be sensitive to that. So why? Why does the market sort of shrug off a shutdown? Fundamentals. Fundamentals are everything. Blocking and tackling, earnings, and GDP growth. As we talk about every year, different events will drive short-term volatility. This year, tariffs mostly. But I'm old enough to remember when it was Y2K or US credit downgrade or Brexit. Remember Brexit? Literally, there's something new every single year. I could go through every year on the calendar. But long-term economic and corporate growth are typically not derailed by short-term events, even a shutdown. And we believe the economy, according to recent GDP figures that were just released, is on solid footing. Couple that with what we project are 2 additional Fed rate cuts in 2025, and it should be fertile ground for the market to grind higher in the next 12 months. Let's hope so. In summary, in the last 50 years, we've had 20 shutdowns, and there's a good chance, a 75% chance as of this recording, according to Polymarket, that we'll have one more. And yes, it does feel unsettling. Just like the Broncos holding on to a lead going into the fourth quarter. Very unsettling. But the actual long-term impact is typically minimal. We will keep a close eye on it for you and keep you posted. I hope this helps answer your questions. Have a great night. Take care.